Alrighty, everyone, welcome to the regular season finale of season one of the Tokyo Samurai. We are playing in LA versus the Lowriders at Walt Disney Memorial Stadium. Our division rivals. This is a big game. We are 9-7. They're 6-10. That doesn't matter. But what matters is we are currently the 8th seed. We are tied with the Aztecs, who are a game ahead of us, or not game ahead of us. They are the same record, but they have a win over us. And then there's the Phoenix Scorpions, who we beat a couple weeks ago, that are a game ahead of us. Also, the Jacks are a game ahead of us, but even with them beating us twice and them having a 5-0 division record, we are still not seeing them as a clinched division. So that means I have a shot here somehow. I don't know how that's possible. But if we can win the division, that'd be cool. The only other thing to note is I don't actually know what team that is. Let's take a look at who that is. I don't know what teams are around. They are the Bighorns. So the Bighorns are 10-6. They're currently the 5 seed. So those are the teams that we are really looking at. There's 5 teams. The Luchadors, who are 9-7 behind us, don't really matter because we did beat them. So they shouldn't pass us unless we lose, obviously. But the games we're going to be looking at here, we're obviously going to be looking at our game. This is not what I want. League schedule. There we go. We will be interested in this game. Cyclones, who we just beat last week, who are already clinched the playoff spot, versus the Aztecs. We need the Aztecs to lose. Absolutely. Other than that, we are looking at the Luchadors versus the Scorpions. We need the Scorpions to lose as well. Not altogether, but we need one of these things to happen. We also would like to see the Bighorns lose, just in case we can get a higher seeding, versus the Mammoths. And then the other one we're looking at is the Riptide versus the Jacks, where we would like to see the Riptide beat the Jacks for us to potentially win the division. But without further ado, let's hop into this film room prep. Critical game this week. What are you seeing in the film? As if we're not watching film. Mac Williams is probably our D coordinator. They cannot stop the pass. No, this is our offensive coordinator. Our guys are underperforming right now. Balance the targets, keep them guessing, and they'll fall apart after a few drives. The confidence is not there for them. Do you agree? Ready to toss the ball around? I would say let's be balanced. Damn. I'm looking at the linebacking core right now. Isolate them, and we can operate a balanced offense. Get our receivers working in the middle of the field, and on run plays, we go outside. When all they're doing is chasing us, we're going to be running away with the game. I'll get the practices lined up. Let's get to it, coach. So, players should be heading into the meeting room now. You can discuss the plan with them as well. Good luck. I just kind of figure suit it to our game plan as well. Realistically, we're not going to just air it out. All right, settle in. We need to talk strategy for this week's matchup. We've identified a way to attack their linebacking group. We're going to want to target them in both the run and the pass game. This doesn't happen often, coach, but I think it's time to let the tight ends shine. Connor Hayward wants 6 catches today. Run or pass, I can punish them all day. Just keep me in the game and watch me work. I mean, hey, he's been pretty good this season. You're certainly in the position to benefit, Connor. A big game from you would be clutch. It's true. Receivers, you'll be playing over the middle. Protect yourself. O-line, if you get into the second level, I better see bodies flying. We execute this plan, and we got an easy win on our hands. Good luck out there. I'd say that's kind of reasonable to a certain extent. What I didn't read, I was too busy reading. What was the goal for the narrative one? 100 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown as well. I feel like those are reasonable. The 6 catches for Hayward, that all depends on how open he gets, to be honest. So we will see. All right, let's get this situated here. Screen game obviously staying in. Take the shot plays out. Put in. Ooh, a run stop play sheet now, huh? I'm thinking probably. Dollar, I guess. And then thinking this might be the move. What we were doing before. We have player development on. That's 4 weeks left. Okay, so that's gonna stay that way. No, not QB. Throw on the run. Oh, we don't have that anymore. Okay. Mono a mono I also do really like. But at the same time, we could just do ground guardians. That could be very helpful. It's going to give them a better boost. Let's do that. Although, actually, now that I think about it, we can upgrade a mono. Increase reaction on, to in-breaking routes. Or... Okay, they're both in-breaking. They're the same fucking things, just defensive coordinator versus head coach. We'll do the head coach one. And we'll upgrade that. That looks fine to me. The upgrading guys, those are going to be where they're at. So this is an important game. So we do want to see these guys play. So we'll half pad Charbonnet. We will half... Well, actually, if we want to see them play, we should probably rest them, right? That's probably the right call. Not take a risk with the little XP gain that they would get. You know, just rest Dorrance Armstrong, and we're good. Okay, we'll sit with that, and hopefully we won't see too many injuries added to our list here. Let's see. So we do have a handful, 4 guys, 3 guys here. Cameron Williams, our backup right tackle, will be out with a high ankle sprain. Chandler Zavala, our starting right guard, will be out with a high ankle sprain. And then JC Hassenauer, our backup center, will be out with a broken finger. So down to, we usually carry 10 linemen. We're down to 7. So that's going to be interesting. Only 1 starter, but he's not too much better than our other guy. So it's more of a depth problem right now. But defensively, we are clear. So that is good. We got some upgrades, and then we will hop into the game. We got Bill. What? This isn't Jabil. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt or Bill with an upgrade. Sure, why not? He's not super involved in our team, to be honest. So I don't know how long he's going to be a samurai for. Solid depth, obviously, but with Charbonnet here, with Rico Dowdle here, we're pretty happy. Connor Hayward, let's go ahead and just improve his blocking again. Last upgrade we had from his blocking, we needed to see his run blocking go up more. He's up to a 63 with the morale. Quite Kronk, who's still on the roster because we love his name. Even though he's really bad, we're keeping him around, and Powell just can't be upgraded because of the bucket or whatever. But other than that, let's hop into the game. Last regular season game of season 1. and could be the last game of this season, depending on how everything plays out. We're going to hop right in and see if we can get the job done. All right, here we are in Walt Disney Memorial Stadium in LA. We are obviously playing for our playoff chance here, whereas the Lowriders are really just trying to play spoiler. You know, we're not expecting them to be backing down here and giving in. They, especially in a divisional matchup, they're going to want to fight their asses off and try to upset us here and keep us out of the playoffs, because if we lose, we're out. We are definitely out of the playoffs. Wow, Milro's playing up to an 88 right now with the morale boost. That's crazy. So right now they do have Anthony Richardson starting. Aaron Jones is here. Trey Benson, Jalen Wright, Jarquez Hunter. We got Harold Fannin. They have Tyreek Hill, Michael Pittman, Ricky Pearsall is a really good trio, plus the depth of Tesla and Trey Palmer. Tyler Higbee at tight end, along with Fannin. Jordan Morgan starting left tackle with Juice Scruggs at left guard. Zach Frazier at center. Tate Ratledge at right guard. Caleb McGarry at right tackle. On defense, they've got Nolan Smith and Chop Robinson, along with Jermaine Johnson. Jalen Carter on the interior. Shamar Turner, the rookie, as well. At Sam, they have Tommy Eichenberg starting. Ernest Jones will be starting at the mic, and then Mac Wilson Sr. starting at the will. At corner, they have Jahdae Barron as their 1, Kyer Elam as their 2, and then Kobe Durant as their 3. They have really fast corners here, all 93 speed or more, although they are missing Deron Bland, who is their real corner 1, but he is out. He is inactive with an injury. At free safety, they have Minkah Fitzpatrick, and strong safety, they have Sidney Brown. Justin Tucker, Torrey Taylor are special teamers. Should be an interesting game. If I remember correctly, we beat them by 3 earlier in the year. It was close, though. This is a really good defense, and the offense has some really good pieces. It's just Anthony Richardson is still developing, still very young. Good return for Roman Wilson to the 32. And here comes Jalen Milroe. Over 4,000 yards in the season, over 30 passing touchdowns. 31. Completion percentage isn't great. And neither is the interceptions. Neither are the interceptions. But to be fair, you look at first half of the year versus back half, it's night and day with the interceptions. Here's going to be a handoff, though. Charbonnet, first play, gets a big 12-yard gain. First down. And Charbonnet's been a key part of this offense all year long. We are not looking to back away from him running it now. And it's going to be another handoff. Charbonnet again fighting off Minkah Fitzpatrick's tackle. Gets 9 yards. And I'm thinking we want to work a play action in here. I think on a second one is a really good spot to do it. I think it is. It's going to be play action here. Trying to find somebody open. No one is. We'll just run it with Milroe for the first down to the 43. And that's exactly why we want to do that. Why we want to get that play action on a second and short like that. Because we have the opportunity to run it with Milroe. We have the opportunity to take a short throw. We could get a deep bomb. Or, you know, we could just throw it out of bounds and it's a third and short. You know, worst case scenario, hopefully. Here's Charbonnet. Bouncing off tacklers, bad angle from Minkah Fitzpatrick. And already at 51 rushing yards on the game. And we're in the first 2 minutes here. It's 2.5. And Rico Dowdle is now in. Got a play action again. Going out left. We're going to Dowdle out of the backfield for a 2-yard gain. And it's going to be second down from the 11. And it's going to be a read option. Milroe with a lot of space, and he's getting in the end zone for a touchdown. Jalen Milroe, I believe his 11th rushing touchdown. And PAT is good. So, great start for our offense. Very good start. I'm trying to keep an eye out here. It's hard for me to tell with these. There's no logos on the bottom for the score bug at all. So, I am not sure who's winning these games. I kind of have to like do the math in my head. Like, I don't know who this is unless I look at the cities and then I figure it out from there. And there's a broken tackle on the return. Is that Jalen Wright? No, it's Jerquez Hunter. And here is Anthony Richardson. Hasn't had a great season. 2,300 yards, 62 completion percentage, 17 touchdowns, 11 picks. Just not a lot of production, it seems like. I don't know if he was hurt for any of that time. It's been a long season since we last played, so he could have gotten hurt. But Aaron Jones going to get the handoff, trucking through Jesse Bates. And seeming like a similar game on both sides where both powerful running backs running through our elite safeties. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 1 here. Here's a handoff. No, it's a play action. We fell for it, and it's a pass to Pearsall. Broken tackles. First down. Yeah, and we're going to really have to worry about this offense. I mean, you know, if Anthony Richardson plays well, this is a powerful group that they have. Here's a handoff. Aaron Jones again. Gain of 5. Tracked down by EJ Speed. Yeah, I mean, these receivers are really good. Pittman, Pearsall, and Tyreek Hill, of course, very good trio. And Aaron Jones is a really good running back. So we're obviously worried about that. And there's going to be a pass to Pittman, and he gets enough for the first. And they're at the 35 now. We got Harold Fannin in at fullback as well. And it's going to be another play action. I fell for it. They're going to just take it to Fannin and gains 5. Steps out of bounds on accident there. Luckily for us, he did. But Arnold Ebiketie really took a bad angle there. So 2nd and 5 from the 30. It's a handoff again to Aaron Jones. Trying to truck through Avery Young, but no dice. Loss of a yard. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. So, gotta watch out for the run from Anthony Richardson. And he's looking, and there he is. Gonna run it. We didn't set up a spy. We just put contain on, and he's gonna get a big first down to the 10. And we gotta do a better job than that against Richardson if we're gonna win this game. Gotta be able to contain him and stop him from running it all over us. Here's gonna be a handoff, but wow, couldn't even get the ball to his running back. It's gonna be Kinlaw just absolutely bursting that play. Bursting. I don't know about that phrasing, but absolutely just tearing apart that play before I could begin. Loss of 3, 2nd and goal. Looking for a pass. Richardson just gonna run it again. Big hit from Bobby Wagner. Does get 8 though. And 3rd and goal here. Put Kinlaw on a spy. It's going to be a screen. He's going to get it out to Aaron Jones. Please make the tackle with Jesse Bates with the touchdown-saving tackle. They are going to go for it here. And I think that's very valid. I think it's a very, very valid decision to go for it. If you are the Lowriders, you already don't have a real chance of winning the season. And there you go. Broken up Dante Kent with the play. But yeah, they don't have a chance to do anything with this win other than upset us, right? That's literally it. So I don't hate it at all. If I were them in their situation, I would absolutely go for it too, because winning a 7th game versus losing an 11th game doesn't really make much of a difference to me. I want to try to win on the 2-point conversion, so being safe does not make a difference on the conversion. Going for it, you know what I mean. A big run from Charbonnet. And already we're seeing the run game absolutely tearing this defense to shreds early. Got play action once again. We're getting pressured. Looking across, it is Io Manor. Holy shit. What a catch, Io Manor. I don't know how he caught that. And what a catch. What a play for Io Manor. Incredible grab. I mean, I don't even know how he caught that. Oh boy. They are playing the run on the left side. They're changing the play now. We're just going to hand it up the middle. It's Van Summeren with his best run of his career, I'd assume, at this point. Gain of 18. And there you go. It's a good play. We will take that. First down from the 27 now. I would like to get Connor Hayward his 6 catches if possible. But as of now, he has not really had any opportunities to with the catch out of the backfield for a yard. See if maybe we can get a Connor Hayward pass here on this mesh concept. We're not going to force it. It's Dowdle on the wheel route, wide open. Rico Dowdle in the end zone for a touchdown. And that's going to put us up 14-0. There's a lot of wind here in LA today. We have to keep an eye on that. But great drive. Offense is clicking on all cylinders. Their defense has no answer. And QB1 Michael Turk kicks it off back to the Lowriders. And here's Hunter on the return to the 22. Obviously, they had a really solid drive last series, but you have to try to punch this one in, this next one. Because going for it, yeah, I think it's the right call. I think it just went unfortunately for them because Hill almost had it. But here's going to be a handoff. Aaron Jones, no gain, loss of 3. And that's Deshaun Elliott on the play. But yeah, I absolutely don't hate the call of going for it there. But, I mean, down 14 now, you're going to have to try to get some more points. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And we're up 14-0. I saw there was a team that was winning that won 34-0. It was a playoff matchup, so that's interesting. But 2nd and 13 here. They've tried to get the run game going. Hasn't been excellent, but they found some success occasionally. There's going to be a high pass, but he gets it in there. That's the tight end. Is that Higbee? It is Higbee. Tyler Higbee with a good play there. But, I mean, throwing it is going to be where they're going to find a lot of success, you'd assume. But here's Aaron Jones with another run, no gain. Yeah, you would assume that that's where they're going to find a lot of success because you have all these great receivers, and our corners are definitely our weak spot on this defense. So we will see if it translates. And there's going to be a high throw. Pittman can't bring it in. And luckily for them, it just falls to the ground incomplete. And that's going to set him up for 3rd and 10 here. Jesse Bates coming up the blitz is scary, but 3rd down and 10 from the 36. Looking pass, pressured. It's Jesse Bates stripping the ball. And the sack is there. Loss of 10. The defender, or the fucking, what are they called? The lineman. Yeah, the lineman gets in to at least recover it. And it's going to be almost blocked. Kadarius Toney on return, breaks one tackle, gets hit hard down at the 31. Milrow has over 1,000 rushing yards with his rushing. I guess maybe not with the rushing touch. Maybe it was the rushing touchdown that gave him it. But he's had an incredible season up to this point. In certain ways. Not every way, obviously. He's had his rookie mistakes, but he's had a ton of production in the pass game. And speaking of pass game, here is Kadarius Toney over the middle to the 50. I was kind of hoping that we're going to get a Connor Hayward pass here, but they're doing a good job defending it. So I don't know how likely we are going to get his 6 catches in. We're read option potential here. We're going to run it with Milrow again. And he's going to get a first down out of bounds to the 39. All right. I feel like we can just do the tight end screens, right? That's an obvious way to get him catches. See if we can get it, though. Motion Charbonnet. Quick throw. Connor Hayward with his first catch. Hayward, first down. There you go. There you go, big man. Not that big, actually. I mean, like, yeah, he's taller than me and everything, but he's not, like, for a tight end, he's not that big. Give me a handoff, Charbonnet. No gain, loss of 2, actually. Mac Wilson, senior there. Yeah, he kind of just had an easy opportunity there because they defended the RPO on all ends pretty well. We're going to go back to a pass here. We're finding Connor Hayward, and he drops it. Damn. Come on, Connor. 3rd down and 12. All right, we're going to switch this play here. McMorris going to go to the other side. I think we're focusing a little bit too much on Connor Hayward. It's going to be McMorris with the play. Keep in mind, he is not originally a wide receiver. He is not a corner. He is a safety playing wide receiver. Absolutely insane. Here's Charbonnet on the run. Oh, my goodness. What a hit. It's going to be a 2nd and 9 now. Dowdle in the game. Looking pass, going quick. Connor Hayward, I forced it to him again. And there's an injury. It's Broderick Jones. He's had some injury concerns this season. He's gone down a couple times. He's going to add to our already running list of O-lineman injuries. And we're going to find Roman Wilson over the middle for a touchdown. Number 3 for Milrow passing today. And honestly, at this point, I'm not worried about bringing Broderick Jones back in because I don't think the Lowriders have an answer for our offense. And we might end up actually taking starters out in the second half if we are really up by a good amount. But yeah, I mean, their defense is really posing no threat right now, which is shocking because they have a solid defense. It doesn't feel like it at all. And there's going to be a nice juke for Hunter. It gets knocked down at the 26. So, I mean, let's see if the Lowriders can pull something together here. They really need some play, some big play here. Here's a handoff to Aaron Jones, stretching out wide, gets about 8. That's a solid start. And obviously you have a ton of time, so running the football and getting that going is not a bad idea. 2nd down and 2. Motioning Higbee. And it's going to be a run. Aaron Jones stops shy. It's Deshaun Elliott there. And that's going to be a 3rd and inches now. All right. We are going to run up the middle. Defend, please. 3rd and inches. And it's going to be a first down for Anthony Richardson. We were not ready for it enough, apparently. We'll cover 2. First down from the 37. 5 minutes and counting. There's going to be a big play down the field. It's Higbee over the middle to the 32. First down. And, of course, what do you know whenever I run a good old cover 2, they exploit the spot on the intermediate middle, and there's going to be a loss of 3. Avery Young and Bobby Wagner in on the play. And the boos are raining in. I mean, the Lowriders have not lived up to what the fans have wanted to see. And here's Higbee's 3rd catch on the game. First down. He's having himself a good afternoon at this point. So now it's going to be a first down from the 20 in the red zone for the second time this game. See if they can do better than they did the last time. Aaron Jones finding some space outside, gets 9 on that one through contact. And 2nd and 1, 2.5 to go in the half. So, I mean, they very clearly want to get the ball in the end zone here. Here's Tyreek Hill breaking off a tackle. Oh, my goodness. What a play. And he's going to get down to the 4, but there's an injury. It's Tyler Higbee, their most productive player so far in this game. So that is going to bring up 1st and goal from the 4. And the Lowriders are looking to score here. Here's a handoff. Aaron Jones gets a yard. Alontae David on the tackle. 2-minute warning is here. So they're obviously going to look to run a little bit of clock in these next 2 plays, but then try to get in the end zone as well. Obviously, getting in the end zone is probably more important at this point for them. That's going to be a quick... That's a really good play call, actually. Quick screen. They know we like to run the zone a lot in the short red zone. And, I mean, just doing the quick receiver screen to Ricky Pearsall. It's a good call, and here's going to be an almost block. Justin Tucker gets fucked up, and good because he sucks. What a loser, right? But that's a huge drive, huge touchdown for the Lowriders. There's still a lot of time here in this half, but Lowriders get the ball back after halftime, so if their defense can hold up here, they will be in a great position to try and, get back into this one and maybe take the lead. And sorry about any noises you might hear. It's my cat, Banana. Again, using the litter box. It seems like anytime I am recording a video, she loves using the litter box. So that's okay. She got to do what she got to do. And we're going to throw this one, but we get rocked. Try to get it out to Connor Hayward quickly. Not quick enough, obviously, but it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 23. It's just starting out 5 wide initially here. Motioning Charbonnet. And we're going to go out to Charbonnet on the Texas route. 1st down. And we're going to go hurry up. Get Charbonnet back in the backfield here. Go pass. We're going to go quick Connor Hayward for his 2nd catch. Let's go hurry up one more time. Second and 2. We go Connor Hayward for another catch. Gain of 1. Again, we kind of did that mainly just to get Hayward's catches up. He's up to 70 catches on the season, by the way. Here's a handoff. Charbonnet. Easy 1st down for him. We'll take a timeout here. All right. And, I mean, we'll see if their defense can come up with something here. We've seen it all day. They haven't been able to find much success. There's pressure. Wow, that one just got knocked down as we threw it. Bounced a million miles away. Incomplete. But it really starts with bringing the pressure. And they are doing that here. And there's going to be a Connor Hayward drop. And they're really playing tight coverage on Connor Hayward. It's like they know we want to get him 6 catches. Roman Wilson, make a tight catch. What a grab. Roman Wilson. We're going to not take a timeout. I tried to, but then I was like, nah, fuck it. Let's just keep going. Roman Wilson has been kind of emerging as our best contested catch receiver. By far. And our best intermediate over the middle receiver. And there's another one there for Roman. 1st down. We've had the discussions in past episodes of who's going to be really stepping up to give us a reason not to replace them at certain positions. And receiver is a big one. Obviously, Iomanner is locked into a starting role. There's going to be Kadarius Toney, wide open touchdown before the end of the half. Wide open. I mean, absolutely just miscommunication. Yeah, obviously our starting three currently with Iomanner, Toney, and Roman Wilson. One of those guys is not going to be starting next year at least, right? Because we need a true number one. No one has gotten into that spot yet. Iomanner's had some really good weeks, had some really good production at times, but has yet to develop into that true number one. Roman Wilson has been really heating up the past few weeks. Really was not doing amazing earlier this season, but he has been really looking good as of late. And then Kadarius Toney was originally our main number one receiver, and he was going to be our trick play guy. He was going to be the guy that we look to get those just jet sweeps going and short screen passes like that. But he just hasn't given us as much as we've wanted. They're going to play action here, and that's going to be Harold Fannin. And they're going to try to get some points out of this drive here, which, I mean, I respect for sure. But yeah, I mean, at the moment, in terms of our receivers, I would say Kadarius Toney's the odd man out for starting. He definitely has a spot on the return team, and as a receiver 4. But oh my gosh, there's Anthony Richardson breaking tackles, and that's gonna be a nice play, and that sets him up for a very plausible field goal if they can get a play over the middle here, or just anywhere for 10 yards. Probably take a field goal. There's gonna be Fannin breaking a tackle with the catch. Timeout. And now they have a decision here. Do they try to make a shot at the end zone here? They're gonna just go for a field goal. I think that's fair. I personally would like to just take a jump ball shot. Maybe, they have Michael Pittman, right? He's their big receiver. Maybe giving him a shot, but they're gonna just take their points here. I don't hate it. I respect it. Tucker knocks it through, makes this an 18-point game. Initially doesn't do anything to the scores too much. Still 3-score game, but could prove to be huge in the end game. We will see. But we're just gonna run this and end the half here up 28-10. Hand it off Charbonnet here, and that will be it. Gain 4. We're up 28-10 going into halftime. But as I was saying, I think you look at our receivers. I like what Roman Wilson has shown recently. I like what Iomanner has shown across the season. And Toney, I like him as a return man. But I really need someone better, right, than Toney. So Toney's probably going to be replaced because receiver is definitely something we're eyeing for a first-round pick. So we'll see. We will see. But here's a kickoff from Michael Turk, the QB1, and a return for Hunter to the 24. So Lowriders obviously had some success at the end of the half there, getting their field goal. They also got that touchdown near the end of the half. So they're down 18, but they have the ball here, and they have a chance to make this a much more interesting 10-point game, possibly. 2-score game definitely is in the books here. It could very well happen. It really all just depends on how they approach this drive here. They found success on the ground here, and there's going to be a run for Aaron Jones again. Gain to the 38. And there's an injury, and it is Aaron Jones holding his right arm, and that is not something you want to see. Now, they do have good depth at running back, but Aaron Jones is very clearly their best guy. Here comes Trey Benson, who is one of our main stars, kind of, on offense for Cardinals franchise, if you haven't watched that yet, but not able to get anything there on first down. But yeah, huge opportunity here for the Lowriders on this drive. Let's see if they can do anything with it. And they're going to go ahead and throw it. Just not able to get it there with the pressure and the hit on Richardson. But it was the right idea. There was an open man, and he wasn't that far off. Just getting hit from your side while you're trying to throw an accurate pass is really hard. Now, I can't say that I've ever had to do that, but I could imagine. It's very hard. I've seen it be a problem, but I've never played football in a team format or anything like that. So I can't say from my standpoint that that's the case, but they're going to have to punt it here. Disappointing first drive out of halftime here, but they're going to hope that their defense can find some sort of answer, because they have yet to do that. They have not found anything to really stop anything we do. It's really just whatever we want to do, we can succeed with. So we'll see if they can find some sort of answers here. The handoff, Charbonnet with a big hit from Mac Wilson, only a yard. And obviously that is a solid start for them to get that short tackle. Don't need to get tackles for loss, but there's one there. Loss of a yard. And that makes us a 3rd down and 10. So now you really have to think about this could be a really huge momentum shift for the Lowriders if they can stop us here. And we're going to get it to Rowan Wilson, incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick on the play. I think he knew that I was looking that way because we've liked Rowan Wilson over the middle. He's been more of the clutch guy in that regard, but he couldn't bring it in there with Minka on the hit. So Hill gonna fair catch it at the 42. So pretty good field position to start off for the Lowriders. And a great job from their defense to get the stops needed. So now they just have to follow up and put some points on the board. Aaron Jones with the carry for 4. So 2nd and 6 here from the 46. Going empty here. Looking for something to be open. It's going to be Harold Fannin, incomplete. Bobby Wagner in coverage. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Yeah, that is a tough catch to make with Deshaun Elliott on Tyreek Hill might be a bad idea. He's going to go up one-on-one. Harold Fannin, Avery Young, and Harold Fannin brings it in. I didn't realize he had that many catches and that many yards, but there it is. Big play down to the 10. That's a huge play to continue this drive and put them in scoring range. Here's a quick throw caught for Michael Pittman. Gets 5. Yeah, Harold Fannin, what a play. 2nd and goal from the 5 now. Benson's still in the backfield. Aaron Jones has not come in yet. And there's going to be a big hit from Levante David. Gain of 1 for Richardson. Was not able to out-hit Levante David. He tried trucking through. Was not able to. It's 3rd and goal from the 4 now. Looking. And Richardson's going to get hit and continuing to fight for yards, but nothing there. And they're going to go for it again. And this is, again, the risk you run here. Going for it, I respect it a ton. But it is such a risk. And here it is. Richardson, big hit on Bobby Wagner there. Only a yard. And that is going to give us the ball back. And again, they risked it. They tried to get into the end zone for the 2nd time within the 5. But no dice. Charbonnet going outside. Gets 4 yards. No, sorry, 8 yard. I don't know. To the 4-yard line is what I was looking at. But hitting us back in our own red zone is not a bad thing, because that forces us to really need to run. And Charbonnet gets rocked. but still, Sidney Brown with the play, but that is still going to be a big gain. 3rd and 1 now. They need to get a stop here. Still a lot of time in this game, but getting a stop here would be huge. And it's going to be another run. Charbonnet saw a hole for a second, but was plugged up. Still got the 1st down. Shamar Turner there with the tackle. And the fans know that that was a key down there to get a stop. But brings up another set of downs here. Dowdle with the carry. Dowdle with the speed. Jahdae Barron in pursuit, and he's going to track him down to the other 29. What a run from Rico Dowdle. Absolutely wonderful run. Giving relief for Charbonnet, who's been fighting hard for those short yards. Here's going to be a throw. Connor Hayward, of course, getting down to the 8-yard line. Puts Jalen Milroe over 200 yards on the game. And just continuing an offensive masterclass against this Lowriders defense. Obviously, they had that one stop, but that was it. And right now, it's not looking good. Charbonnet getting 2 on the run. 2nd and goal from the 6. Ooh, I don't know if I like this play, but we're going to try it anyways. Yeah, they're kind of prepared for it. Milroe just going to keep it himself, run, gets a yard. Ernest Jones hits him hard out of bounds. And let's see, what do we want to do here? This could be interesting. We're not going to do it. We're going to go with a pass here. 3rd and goal from the 5. And we find an open man. It's Kadarius Toney for his 2nd touchdown on the game. Puts us up 35-10. Lowriders down. We've got 4 scores now, down by 25. So that's going to be a really tough margin to beat here. But, you know, they really need to pull something together here. There's still time to make this comeback happen. It's just going to take a lot of effort, a lot of luck, a lot of skill. And they've had those opportunities in the red zone, as we stated. There's been plenty of opportunities. They had us twice where they could have gotten into the end zone, right? But they went for it, couldn't get it. There's a screen out to Trey Benson, who's still in the game. Looks like Aaron Jones might not be able to come back into the game. And that one goes to the 27. But yeah, those 2 4th down attempts within the 5 may be what really changed this game. There's going to be a throw deep. It's Tyreek Hill who gets open to the other 36 now. Under a minute to play in the 4th. But still just trying to get some chunks here, get some points to make this comeback feel possible. Here's a handoff for Trey Benson. Big hit from Bobby Wagner. Gain of 5. But that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. But yeah, I mean, you look to those 2 plays, I think specifically being really key plays that turned things around. And obviously there was that 3rd down where they just, we were pinned back again at their, twice on defense. We were pinned at their own, or at our own 3 or 4. Both times they went for it, and they just couldn't get it. You have to stop on us, and there's going to be a Ricky Pearsall 1st down. They're going 5 wide here. I'm not exactly a fan of with our personnel, but that's fine. Here's a quick throw. Pearsall breaking 1 tackle, gets 7 yards. Going to start going nickel here. 2nd and 3. Richardson with Benson in the backfield. Looking for something. It's going to be a run for himself because we did not have a spy down, and that's going to be a touchdown. That's one of 3 or 4 that they need, and there's the PAT. Makes this an 18-point game again. Still a 3-score game here. But 10:45 left in the game. Their defense just needs to find what they had on that one drive where they got to stop. Part of that is that we just ran it. But you know, they're really gotta get some pressure. If we're passing it, really gotta put Milrow under pressure for sure. But also gotta stop the run. Charbonnet finding 3 yards even with that blitz. And it's gonna be a 2nd and 7 now. One in pistol, motioning Van Sumeren. And play action here. Going out to Connor Hayward. Got to get his catches in. And there's a big first down to the 39. Real quick. How many passes? Not depth chart. Sorry. How many passes does he have completed to him? How many catches? He needs 1 more. Cool. Yes, that is a lot of what I'm worried about right now because I want the extra XP for him. While he might not be my starting tight end next season, we'll see. He will definitely be on the team as Charbonnet fumbles it. Trying to reach for yardage for the first down and a fumble. Shamar Turner ends up with it, and that's a huge play and exactly what the defense needed. That is a ginormous play and a ginormous mistake from Charbonnet. Gives the Lowriders a shot in this game, but there's a sack. Dorrance Armstrong on that one. 2nd and 16 boost raining in here for the Lowriders as their comeback is looking more and more difficult. But they're still in this. They're still fighting. You know, end of the season, that's really what you want to see. You want to see the fight. Hopefully going into the next season, you can look back on this and be like, we were at least putting in the effort. We were putting in the work. Even when we were out of the playoffs, we were still fighting every week and not giving up. Because that really does help morale. It helps culture. And Tyreek Hill catches a 1-yard pass and goes down quickly, which looked a little strange, but maybe a smart idea because it's going to be just a quick play. Go down, and then also making sure he doesn't get hurt, which is still going to be an issue. At this late in the season, if he gets hurt badly, he could miss next season too, and that would not help this team at all either. So 3rd and 4 now, under 7 minutes to play. Motioning Benson out. There is a pass, of course. Benson with the catch. No, incomplete. Bobby Wagner breaking that one up. And it's going to be a 4th and 4. This is a huge play. This could be for the game, really. Fourth and 4. He's looking for something, running, not getting sacked. He's trucking through one man, but can't get through Bobby Wagner with the sack. And as I said, that might just do it. At this point in the game, that could be it. But he was fighting hard, but just nothing got open. Nothing got open. So we're going to get the ball here. Charbonnet with the chance to run it. Look at the space. And another fumble, but luckily recovered by Van Sumeren. Oh, man. All right, I think it is time to... I think Charbonnet worries me with the fumbling right now, and I think he's also gotten plenty of work here. So let's take him out of the game. Let's put in Rico Dowdle. Because Charbonnet's done plenty this season. Doesn't need to get himself hurt more. Doesn't really need to wear himself too thin, especially if we are going to be in the playoffs, right? We don't want him to get hurt and miss the playoffs, even though Dowdle is a very serviceable back for us. Charbonnet's gotten us this far. We really want him in there. Here's Dowdle with the carry. Nothing there. And it's going to be a 2nd and 10. 5.5 to go. Play action. Looking, but they have everything over there. It's Io Manor with the catch. We tried to go to Connor Hayward initially was the thought, but they knew what was coming. So they were all over it. First down. That's a huge play, Io Manor. And again, they have not really been able to stop the play action pass. Mainly because they've not been able to stop the run, and that's a big hit on Milrow. And that one goes incomplete. 2nd down. Dowdle again. Going to get a handoff. Not anything there. A loss of a yard, actually. It's going to be 3rd and 11. I'm not going to try to do anything super crazy here. I just want to get Connor Hayward his catch. And that's really it. We're going to go quick. Connor Hayward. Look at him go. Fighting. Down to the 10. Makes us a 4th and 4. And we'll just take 3 here. Connor Hayward. I can't tell if it's a 0 or an 8. I think it's a 0. 907 yards this season receiving. And that kick's going to be no good. Overcompensating for the wind is Headley. And he's been pretty solid all season. So that is a tough miss to have. 3.5 to go. It's still very difficult for the Lowriders to come out with a win here, but they're still going to try, and there's going to be Higby with a big play. And it is going to be another first down from the 39, motioning the man over. He's going to go out to him. It's Benson. Breaking a tackle. Stayed in bounds, though. No gain. Which, again, the boos raining in because they know that's not really what we want to see. By we, I mean the Lowriders fans. Speaking for them. There's going to be a quick one. Trey Benson, incomplete. Devontae David and Bobby Wagner have been just absolutely locking down the middle of the field today. They have not been able to really do much over the middle to Trey Benson specifically. Here's going to be a run, and Anthony Richardson with the speed gets the first down of the 42. They're going to go hurry up again. And it's going to be a run for Trey Benson as a choice. He's going to get 9 yards, but such an odd decision. I know time isn't really permitting, but still, you kind of assume that they would be fighting still. And I mean, they're still clearly fighting, but they could still win this game. It's going to take a lot. It's not going to be easy. Here's Tyreek Hill on the catch. Last play before the 2-minute warning, maybe, unless they somehow get this up in time. And they will not. 2-minute warning hits here. Lowriders down 18, still fighting. Which, you know, they're still in this to some degree. There's a very outside shot that they can still get in here and win this game. But it's unlikely, obviously, but they're still fighting, which is very respectable. Here's going to be a run. Richardson fighting to the end zone, down to the 1-yard line. And they're going to go hurry up here. They're actually going to take a timeout, which I find intriguing. I mean, I guess in general you do have to go for 2 either way, so it doesn't really matter. Or not go for 2, go for... Oh, and they're running it. Losing 3 yards. That's a killer decision. And a definitely an odd one, considering they just did all that. And it's going to be a run. Richardson gets in there this time. They're going to take PAT here. So, you know, they're fighting still. They're down by 11 here. They're going to look to get an onside kick, I'm assuming, because they don't have the timeouts to kick it back to us. And, I mean, even if they did, not like the defense has consistently gotten enough stops. And this one recovered by Jack Coco, the long snapper turned receiver for depth purposes. That's insane, but it's going to be our ball, Rico Dowdle, having a chance to close this one out. There is a run, 2 yards. Timeout number 2 for the Lowriders. Second and 8, handoff again. Dowdle, first down, and that will do it. That timeout really doesn't mean anything, so we can take a knee, and Tokyo Samurai will be heading to a 10-7 record. And now we have to wait and see. Will we be headed to the playoffs? And we let this clock run all the way down to 0. Samurai really ending their season on a high note if this is it. 10-7. Offense clicking on all cylinders. Defense showing up better than it has all year long. And possibly having QB and running back duo of the future. I mean, this is a great game from Milroe. Incredible performance from the team all around. And we got some upgrades here. Seth McLaughlin gets 2 upgrade points for something. He gets... Where did he get all this XP from? Oh, less than 2 sacks allowed the whole season. Well, he's not a starter, so that's probably why. Or maybe he is a starter. I don't know. We also just didn't take a lot of sacks with Milroe. Because we usually just threw the ball away and it either got picked or we got lucky and it was incomplete. Or he fumbled it. But speaking of Milroe, here is another Milroe upgrade. And he gets he broke season record for passing yards. Assuming for this franchise, which is the Seahawks originally. Also a Pro Bowl appearance. So there we go. Milroe with an upgrade. Let's go ahead and get him improviser. Why not? He's playing up to an 89 right now with morale. He's really an 83. All right, let's go ahead and look at this film room prep, and then we will simulate and see if we are in the playoffs. Great win. Seems like you had a clear game plan. What made the biggest difference today? We have some of the best staff breaking down film. When they claim to have found a weakness, we attack it, even though we completely disregarded it. But the real difference, that ended up being Connor. He took it as a challenge and dominated. I simply felt I was in the best position to capitalize on the game plan. Tight ends don't always get the opportunity, so I had to show out. I mean, you did good. You didn't necessarily show out, but this one was for the fans. This is a big one for our community. The fans have been looking for a statement game, and I think we delivered. I mean, absolutely. End the season on a high note. Even if you don't get into the playoffs here, you at least end with a great win over a division rival in their home stadium. But let's see. Are we a playoff team? This is the longest loading screen ever, man. We are in the playoffs. Wow. We end up as... Where the hell are we? On the other side. As the 5 seed. So it looked like we had a lot go our way. The Bighorns lost. The Aztecs lost. And obviously the Scorpions lost and are completely out of the playoffs. So every team that we really needed to lose lost. So we're going to be playing the Cheyenne Wranglers in the wild card next episode. And this team somehow being a playoff team was not in my bingo card at all. But that is going to be it. So thank you guys for watching. Wow. I mean, yeah. Look at that NFC South division. That's a tough division, man. But yeah, thank you for watching and thank you for supporting the Samurai this far and getting to the playoffs. And I hope you have a great day and I hope you're looking forward to the playoffs. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.